Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Today we are at a beautiful little church out in the countryside in Essex. I just want to give you a feel for the location. And firstly, look at this beautiful house here with the kind of dome wall there. What a beautiful cottage or whatever. And it leads down the path here to this glorious old church. Look at that, it's delightful. You're just on the boundary here, you got a little cottage. Again, absolutely delightful. Hugh Hall. And the church again is called St Mary the Virgin Parish Church on Tilty. I believe that's the third one today, called St Mary's. But all within a very short area of each other. Through this really heavy gate. Look at that. That's glorious, isn't it? Massive window there. Flint construction church. And this part's been rendered, and yeah, look at that exquisite kind of burnt orange on the wall and the small tower itself. Well, that small topper there looks colonial in a way. A lovely graveyard, beautiful. Look at that. And there's some of those atypical graves there, adults. Unlike lot we see a much smaller but more childlike, or child interments. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that lovely pink cottage there on the boundary. That's glorious. Let's say prune bushes there. I can't think what you call that when you shake those bushes. But let's have a look. This old entryway here. Right, Tilty Abbey, which is local, obviously 1153. That gives you a little bit of interpretation of the area. And some of the artefacts on the Abbey. They're glorious. Let's see if we can get in. Look at this. Again, we are so lucky to get in these places. And this is a feel just like the other church, very similar. They must all be in a kind of group of churches, because they've got that kind of strange organ, which doesn't really seem in keeping with the history of the church. Small bit of stained glass in there in those windows. And these look like parts of a local abbey that I assume is not standing anymore. And let's look down the central line. If you look up here towards the ceiling, extremely old English oak, inlaid with lime plaster, I assume, but again, this is a really old church. However, it's kind of, I assume, had its stained glass removed. It's not. This old font here with its top stone, or top cap I should say. Again, really ornate. It has a really strange feel to it. That window is absolutely huge. And being there's no stained glass in it, it's just shedding so much light into the church. It's too light in a way. You'd never see a church lit like this. It's so strange. As I say, you can see how old the church is when you look at some of these old interments here. We'll have a look at this one in a sec. Look, it's I've no idea the age or anything of that, but it's extremely old, extremely old. There's either Old English going around the perimeter, which I can't make out any dates or anything, so I don't know. But they're really old. I say these churches must all be linked. It spoke of 5 parishes there in the little brochure up there, so this must be maybe one of the 3 that I visited this morning. So this part is really old in this church. Look at this old chair. John Wesley, 1776. Beautiful. And these little cat enclaves here with the atypical face. Wow, now they are impressive stones with the bronze carvings inside them. You don't see them very often. Not with the brasses still in place. Definitely medieval. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? And that one's clearly a knight. It looks more Egyptian if I'm honest, but it's obviously a knight, and that's a lady. How beautiful, look at that. And obviously monks are praying. They are glorious. And there's some more over there, as you can see. Lovely. And so that's something you don't see very often, not still in place. So that tells me the church is extremely old. Again, another one here, very similar. But to have those bronzes still in place is amazing. That's so delightful. So, I think I need to find out a bit of history on this one. Really what happened to the stained glass. There's no way this was constructed without it. Oh, look at those old parts there, look. Look like old stones, but it doesn't tell me anything about them. Very old pulpit. So I look down the church itself. As I say, a really old church. But it's been changed over the years, and I'm not going to say sympathetically, because they've painted over a lot of the old wood that was here. A beautiful church. I just wish they'd left it as it was. Other than the ceiling, etc., which is exquisite. So that window would have been absolutely stunning if it still had the LED light in, and it would be nice to have that replaced. And that's the clergy here. Currently, Sue Hurley, it looks like. 2009 was Ivy Crawford. 2016 was Tim Goodbody, and 2021 was Sue Hurley. And that's some of the... oh, let's have a look while we're here. Again, that's some of the clergy that was here over the centuries. I'm just seeing when the first one started. Looks like we're going back to the 1100s. The abbots, then curates, then vicars. Oh, interesting. So it's had many different guises over the years. I say undergone some changes, but a really unusual church, but a beautiful location, beautiful churchyard, extremely well manicured. Look at that. Looks like it's only been done fairly recently, that painting. It's a beautiful grave, Mum and Dad. Rest in peace. Lovely little graveyards. Very uniform. First time I've seen a church that's had this kind of paint effect on it, but it still looks beautiful. I think the externals are far prettier than the internals on this one, but a lovely church nevertheless. Delightful place. As I say, just overlooks acres of farmland. Oh, there we go. I can see the Abbey there actually, looking at that. We can get down there, but yeah, clearly that's the Abbey ruins over there. And obviously some of the stones in the church were from the Abbey that's no longer there. Maybe that's part of the Reformation, Henry VIII. Beautiful church though. Look at that. As I say, that was delightful. And I hope you enjoyed the brief look around this one. And I hope you join me again on the next ones. Wish you a lovely day. See you again. Goodbye.